Hello, my mighty friends. Tim here, and I am finally going to do some rankings for, I'm really excited to do some rankings, and I'm starting with one of my all-time childhood heroes, and that is Mr. Ernest P. Worrell. So I'm ranking his films, starting with Dr. Otto. It was good. It was just Varney wasn't really in all of it. It was just the character, not Ernest. So now starting with a piece of shit, and that is Ernest Goes to Africa. And it's not because it is just, I can't even explain. It's sad because it's a waste of talent for Jim Varney. And speaking of a waste of talent, let's go to the next one. Slam Dunk Ernest. This is another piece of shit that I just hated. I hated how Joanna Man is like always just picking on Ernest, and everyone is just really, they all suck. It's like it'd be just called Ernest and the Douchebags. That would be a name for this this movie. The next one is, I believe this was the last of the Bobby character, and that is Ernest Goes to School. This, I don't understand why this was made. It was just dumb, stupid, and again, a waste of talent. Yeah. I go to an Ernest film, which is his last, that it wasn't really that bad. There's people I've met that has said it was the worst, or they just didn't get into it. I love the tagline, Ernest, is finally back in camp. But I don't know. I always liked Ernest in the Army. It was, in my opinion, like the decent later ones, in my opinion at least. And then we go to the Ernest movies I just love. Starting off with Ernest Scared Stupid. I think a lot of people I've known have this as number one. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love it that Ernest has a Halloween movie. I love I at least like the costumes and the makeup and all the good stuff. It's funny, and it sometimes is a little bit heartwarming. So, yeah. Next is Ernest Goes to Jail. This is a hilarious film. I gotta say, it's up there for some of my favorite comedies. I remember always, if I could pick like the funniest out of Ernest movies, I for sure would say this is by far as the funniest. But I gotta pick, my favorite. This is sentimental. This is Ernest Saves Christmas, and it's mainly because of course, is it John Applegate or whatever, aka the original Santa Claus. I love how perfect he is as Santa. I just love how giving he is, how sweet he is to the children, how he cares about Harmony Star, whatever. and I love Jim Varney's talent used in this film. And I just love seeing Orlando. I think this is my number 2 favorite. And it is Ernest Rides Again. This I always gotta pick here and there again. Like, this could change. And I agree with the Boston Globe, the best of the series. But again, this is hilarious. And it's one of my favorites. It is. Like, again, it could, like, always change, but Ernest Rides Again, I definitely recommend that. Very funny film. But my number one favorite Ernest film is Ernest Goes to Camp. It has the most 80s in it, has the coolest music. And again, I know nostalgic and blah, 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 blah. This is what I think about with Ernest. This is what I think about with camping. When I camp, like, like we're like at like a site or whatever, the woods, I think of this. I think of Ernest. There's two things I think of. Either Friday the 13th, the camping scenes that are really, those like really great, those like really good montage scenes of like the teens and stuff. And like 100% Ernest. So even the Gee, I'm Glad It's Raining, just amazing. I love this film, and it is my favorite Ernest film. So that's that.